Hi, I'm Andy Larson with Skinner Sights, and today we're going to be skinnerizing this Henry Big Boy 357. This is Sheila's rifle, Stella. She's a .44 Magnum, color case hardened by Tyler Gun Works, beautifully engraved. She named her Stella, and she's been a legend already. Sheila said, I want my big boy to look like Stella. So we added a Skinner Express sight to Stella. She has a dovetail slot blank where the rear sight used to be, and a fiber optic front sight, which Sheila calls the nose. To set Miss Kitty up so she looks like Stella, Sheila names all her guns, we're going to have to remove these fill screws from the top of the receiver. Now these always come out turning counterclockwise. We take all three of those out. We're not going to need them anymore, and so we set them aside. We take the new Skinner rear sight, and we're going to mount that right on those three holes. It's easy to do. They'll mount up exactly to where the holes are on the receiver. They're very precision drilled and spaced holes. We're going to mount that on there. We're going to tighten those down. We get that in place. Now, with that in place, we're going to remove the factory rear sight. I always slip a piece of paper underneath that rear sight as we go to take it off so it doesn't scratch the top of the barrel. Using the special Skinner punch, tap that out from the left side towards the right side until it clears the edge of the rifle barrel. We fit back into that a dovetail slot blank. We want to fill that slot because you don't want the sharp edges left and it's a little unsightly. Let's make it look like a more finished job. This goes in now from the right side towards the left. There's a little dimple on the bottom of the dovetail slot blank, and it fits right into that slot. And again, we're going to tap it, not pound it, into place using our brass punch. Now we're going to change out the front sight. We do recommend that you always shoot the rifle with the new Skinner rear sight and the factory front sight on paper before making a front sight change. There's a lot of variables. About 50% of the time, this factory front sight is going to work with your new Skinner rear sight. Sometimes, however, because of the angle of the barrel to the receiver, the weight of the shooter, the way the shooter perceives the sights, or the power factor load of the round itself, sometimes that front sight will need to be a different height, usually higher, sometimes lower. But for this one, we're just going to tap this out to show you how it works. Using our Skinner punch again, we're going to tap that out from the left side towards the right. And we're going to put back in the special Skinner ramp, which is a dovetail ramp mounted sight. Unique in the industry. I don't think there's anything else quite like it. We fit the dovetail portion of that into the dovetail on the barrel till it's about halfway across. We set the ramp down into the top of the dovetail and fasten it with the screw. And then we're going to place that sight in and press it into the dovetail on top of the ramp. Unique to this sight is that it's also a scope mount base. This is our Skinner Express sight with integral scope mount, so we can, or with integral peep. So we can now also attach a low power variable optic to the top of this rifle barrel, and you have that all in one package. You can take that off with just a minimal amount of tools, shoot it with the peep sight, or you can put it back on and shoot it as an optic. Have the best of both worlds. I'm Andy Larson, owner of Skinner Sights. See us on the web at www.skinnersights.com. We're saving the world one gun sight at a time.